I don't care if you can just wanted to watch Sinners for the 8th time all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu Strategy, coming to you live and direct from the Vista. Smoke me out, fam, but all the thanks. Engineering on the ones and twos, choke people out on the threes and fours, Chronos.
Just keep watching Andor. I know the first at least 3 episodes are kind of boring, but just please stick with it, all y'all.
Six?
Yeah, it gets better. There's a good payoff. Serious. It's so good. It's up there. Like I talked about it. It's funny because Patrick, we were messaging earlier, and I thought I convinced you to keep watching with no complaints, but obviously I didn't. You're still complaining, but you know, at some point you're gonna stop complaining. It's like BSG level of sci-fi excellence.
Here's what I will say. Okay. So you're telling me episode 5 is just the same tier level?
Well, I know 6 is where it starts getting good, and then past that's when it starts getting like really, really good. I can't give anything away though. So
okay, then I need to have an honest conversation.
Yeah.
Are we on the same page that 1, 2, 3? I didn't like 4 either. Like, these aren't good episodes of Andor because they're slow, like really slow.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of things I don't care, like a lot of things I don't care about. Like 80-90% of the episode I don't care about.
Yeah, okay, I can understand some of that, but there's like all those little things that you might not like, they come up later, and there's like a point to it all. There's a point to like all like the slowness and like the lead up and all this stuff because there's a point to it.
Let me ask. So you're telling me that I'm going to retroactively appreciate that ginger woman raving for 30 minutes in an episode?
The ginger woman. You talking about the shit? I forgot what that was.
Mom.
The mom?
Yeah, the mom.
The mom. Actually, yeah. You actually might. You might care a little bit more about like that whole and like is it Silas? What's the guy's name?
I can't remember.
Yeah, you're gonna care.
But I'm talking about like her. Literally, I saw her just dancing at the wedding for 20-30 minutes.
Oh, you're talking about Mon Mothma.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, you're gonna care more about her.
No. I'm talking specifically about her doing 20-30 minutes of rave dancing at this wedding.
Oh, well, maybe the rave dance, that's kind of over the top, but there's a dichotomy that you need to like pick up on in the show of like there's really bad shit going on with like fascism, but then you have Mon Mothma and her whole crew that are like living it up, but at the same time Luthen is in with them like but also like really fronting the rebellion. And so yes, there is a point to all that. There is, even with like because they're showing like the decadence along with like people getting fucking brutally murdered and the whole occupation of Gorman. There's a point to all of that. There really is.
And there's a point to what's his name going to that swamp planet for 2 full fucking episodes and then leaving.
I mean, he needed a fucking break.
Jesus Christ. All right.
He needed a break. So.
I'm going to say this. All the episodes I've seen so far of this season, I am on episode 5.
Yep.
They have been duds. Like full stop. I mean, I'm talking snooze fest 2 out of 5s. And that's me. That's being kind.
Yeah, that's being a little extra, but I would freely admit that they're not the best episodes if you're just watching them like in the beginning. Because in the beginning, I was like the first 3, I was like, then 4 got a little better, then 5, and then when 6 dropped, I was like, oh, okay, like this is where we're at. Like now I understand like why they were kind of doing all this lead up. And there's also a lot of I think what was episode 4? I forget how it ended. How did episode 4 end? Go ahead.
So Binks did a droplet and was about to pass out or something like that.
Yeah.
That's the end of episode 4.
You're so you haven't watched episode 5 yet?
No, I'm on that one.
Okay, yeah, you're still in like they're still in the lead up thing. A Bix in their fucking PTSD, but at the end of episode 5, there's some resolution there. And then episode 6, that's when like the shit gets way better. So
okay. Now the only thing that I will say, obviously I haven't watched 5 yet. I haven't watched 6. I remember vividly. I'm old enough to remember. I don't know if it was you or old ninjas telling me that episode 3 was going to wow me.
it was better, but yeah, episode 6 is where like shit really starts hitting the fan. What the fuck happened here? My the chat is not popping up.
Uh-oh. Well, you.
No, I mean people are in the chat. I can see them. Okay, there we go. I can see them now.
Okay.
Because Warrior Fella just said apparently Rosario Dawson in her birthday suit on Instagram. No, I did not see that, sir. I'll have to look it up.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Anyway,
you're going to derail the whole podcast.
Yeah, sorry. He's like, Rosario Dawson naked. What?
All right, as I will try to keep going. I promise this. If 6 doesn't hit me, good. Actually, no. Let me stop. I need 5 to hit me. I'm sorry. 5 better hit me real hard and real good in terms of like entertainment level overload.
Well, yeah. This, I don't want to give anything away because there's like so much lead up to like this stuff. Like it pays off. Like there's one episode that is so fucking good. I can't even like explain it to you right now. But it also shows like the consequences of people's actions in a way that shows don't really do, like where somebody does something but they don't realize like the actual consequences, like what they do, and like seeing them like kind of fall apart is kind of amazing. And then there's certain characters in the show that aren't going to be around forever. So I'll just put it that way. And you're gonna see like pretty much peak fascism. Like you see like the fascism undertones already.
Right? That's already there.
Yeah,
that's definitely there.
And it's gonna keep ramping up to like a boiling point.
Okay, I will say this. The only thing that I have enjoyed so far in 4 full fucking episodes has been that crazy Mama the Mormon guy. I love her interactions, especially with the space Nazi Deidre. What's the face?
Deidre has the best resting bitch face on the fucking planet.
Great. Yeah. She's great, but she's even better when the mama was like on that visit and they were going back and forth. I love that. That I enjoyed.
Put her in her fucking place.
Yeah, that was great. But everything, ugh. And again, I want to be really clear because folks will hear this and be like, "Why are you hating on Andor?" Find a bigger Andor fan from season 1. You will not find it. I stood 10 toes down with saying Andor was one of, like, definitely top 5, maybe even top 3 if you really want to get down to brass knuckles in terms of my favorite sci-fi series I've ever seen on TV. It was just great with season 1. So the bar was really, really high for me going into season 2. I'll watch one more. Good Lord.
You got to watch at least 2. It's worth it, bro. It's worth it. I'm telling you. You know what? I think at the end, you know what they should have done? This would have been like the pro tip, if I can give any tips to Disney. What they should have done is they should have released Rogue One back in the theaters the week they dropped the last 3 episodes. So they should have done.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's been so. When did that one drop? 2018. A
long time ago. Yeah, pre-pandemic, and that shit was dope. It was like the first. That was like the first little foray. I can't speak fucking French. I think it's French, right? It was the first time we saw like a Star Wars show or movie with no Jedi in it, really. Yeah. So and it was amazing. And then when we got Andor, it delved like way more into that, and that was amazing. And even you got to watch the rest of season 2, man.
It also, Rogue One also felt at home, neatly in between. What was it, episode 3 and 4? Yeah, 3 and 4, right?
Yeah, because there was like questions to be raised, like where did they get the plans for the Death Star? And so this is what Andor leads up to, and this is what you're kind of, if you just throw the baby out the bathwater, you're gonna miss that whole lead up, and that whole lead up of like how they get the actual Death Star plans is like in this show. So
I want to see something like that. I hated these first few. I can't stress that enough. If someone, again, I love season 1. Season 2 has felt like homework. It's felt really fucking sluggish. It just has.
It's worth it though for me. Yeah.
I mean, I expected more. And I guess what's also really challenging is typically it's like Sunday nights when I watch it, and for me, Last of Us has not had a bad episode. They haven't missed it all.
Last of Us has not missed. We'll get into that in a minute, but yeah, like Andor, it keeps it. You just gotta keep with it, man. Like there's a point to all this shit, and it gets more into like just the crushing amount of fascism. There's like a lot of parallels, like what's happening like right now in America, which is kind of fucking crazy. But yeah, like that whole thing, and like just the consequences of actions that happens in this show are so awesome. So,
all right. I hope I'm impressed as I keep going.
I think you will, because like it's kind of weird because I said in the chat that like the first three were kind of like there, it was okay, it was like
you're way more positive on them than I.
Yeah, it was like
I think they were just bad, and I think if they were under a different title than Andor or Star Wars, I think more people would be on that same page. These just weren't well edited, well written stories for me, at all.
I think the only episode that I really didn't like was only because there was like no real, at least so far. I'm on the last episode right now. I need to watch I watched the second and last one today. But the thing with like the new TIE fighter, I think it was the Interceptor. They really don't come back to that, and that whole storyline of like him being stuck on a planet kind of felt almost like a throwaway episode, because it was like, I don't care about these young rebels. They're just fighting with each other. I don't know. I didn't see the payoff for that, at least yet. Maybe there is something somewhere down the line, but and I want to see more of Forrest Whitaker's character. I forget his name. Saw Gerrera. Yeah, but we'll see. I want to see what that fucking the gas is that he has. The fucking, it's obviously like some biological warfare shit going on. So
yeah, we will see. We'll see. We thought so. No old ninja today, and we thought we were gonna have Blue, but it might just be us.
Yeah, he moved, so I don't know if he's like set up in his new place yet. So I didn't.
Might not even have internet.
Yeah, I mean, he should have internet. Jesus Christ, but yeah.
Yeah, you remember back in the day, it used to take a couple days. You had to call them out.
This is 2025. This is Trump's America. All right.
That means it'll take longer.
That is true.
Unless you're a white South African. Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. We'll get into that too. Oh, there's like there's a place I need to talk about. It's called like okay. No, I got it up so I can talk. When we get to the South African shit, I know what I want to talk about now.
Okay.
So anyway, where do you want to go next?
Shit, man, we're already on there. I mean, let's dive into the South African shit right
Talk
now.
about the Afrikaners. All right.
Afrikaners.
So there's been like, okay, so if y'all didn't know, I think it's like what, 65 of them.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't have a hard number. Okay.
There's a number. 60. I think it's like
okay.
It's around 60. Anyway, apparently there's I'm not gonna say apparently. Pretendedly, there's a genocide of Afrikaners in South Africa, which this is not true. There's no genocide of white folks in South Africa. Like, there is violence in South Africa, but the overwhelming amount of violence is against native-born Africans and not white Africans that live out in mainly the farm sides, like the farmlands. And let's just be clear that most white people in South Africa, they own most of the land in South Africa, even though that land belongs to actual Africans. And I don't want this to get confused. People are like, oh, why do you got to bring up race and all that shit? I will tell you why. Calling South Africans Afrikaners, anyway, I don't want to call them South Africans. They're Afrikaners. They're Dutch born. They're Dutch descendants that live in Africa that stole land. Okay, that's not their fucking land. They stole that land from actual Africans. And for our current president to say that they're refugees is total fucking bullshit. And to say that they're refugees because of the racism and genocide in South Africa is total fucking bullshit. You want to know why? If they really felt like there was racism, there's a whole place that they can go in South Africa. You know what it's called? It's called Oriana. And it's a white-only town in South Africa that still exists to this fucking day. You can look it up. Orania. It's in South Africa. It's whites only. And they just conveniently leave that shit out. And we're paying, we as in like the taxpayers, are paying for these Afrikaners to migrate here. So we're literally paying for them to fly over here. We're paying for the flights. We're paying for somewhere for them to move. They're going to get welfare for a little bit to get them set up, and we're giving them, I think it's like $1,200 or something like that.
Jesus.
To set up over here. That's fucking bullshit. That's if you're going to migrate here, then migrate here normally.
Well, let's be really clear, and I agree with everything you just said. They're approximately 7-8% of the population of South Africa. And yes, they are a minority there. I want to be very clear. They were a ruling minority for most of our lifetime. You know, they were old fucks now, but I mean, apartheid was fucking real. And I'm glad it ended. It ended about the time we were in fucking high school. Yeah. But there's still a power imbalance. There's still a money imbalance. There's still a land imbalance, all in favor of the Afrikaners. And the other thing, let me just be really clear on this. It is wildly racist to call these people refugees, but nobody else that's black, brown, yellow, or anything else, Muslim, regardless of your religion or whatever, Trump has over and over again been anti-immigration, except for people of European descent. It's so blatantly obvious. It's like,
and that to be of a certain shade of European descent. Let's just be clear. Yeah. If you're Turkish,
yeah, right. Yeah. No, it's very, very clear. The Muslim ban, all of this other stuff. Obviously, ICE aggressively kicking out both citizens and non-citizens that happen to be Latino. And then at the same time, you're going to pay to have these Afrikaners come over here.
Sorry, not Turkey. That's like Africa, but what is that? There's Asia. Yeah, Asia. But where is it's Middle Eastern? There is like a couple of countries out of there that are not like they're a little, close enough. I guess Turkey is like close enough, but
yeah, I mean Turkey it straddles, east and west or whatever. But
there we go.
Oh, look who we got fucking showing up whenever the fuck he feels like it, drinking his old fashioned
in his new spot.
What's up, Blue?
I am back, baby.
Coming in smooth. Oh shit. Man.
Where the hell are you at, Tahoe?
Shit. I got a little background.
Virtual.
I mean, I got a sheet up for my background.
You don't got a. Go ahead. Sorry.
The trash bags, some sheets, sheets for curves. But no, behind me is a window, and like all the lights in here, there'll be a bunch of glare. But
you don't have curtains yet?
No, not yet.
It was the same thing at this place. I don't know why the fuck when you buy a house now they take all the curtains out, all like the fucking curtains and the window dressings or whatever. They just take it out. I'm just like, just leave the old ones up. Like even like so the place that I sold in Hayward, I bought all new blinds, and they took them all out, and I was just like, these are fucking brand new.
Yeah, for our place, we left the curtains behind because it's like. They don't go with the place we moved into, so it's fine. Just leave behind.
They have to be custom. So like, what the fuck?
When I left my place in Hayward, we actually left the fucking refrigerator behind too, and obviously all the curtains. Like I was like, I'm not taking this shit. Yeah. We even actually left the washer dryer.
Oh wow. So, well, I had a spare fridge because I remember when I used to live in Union City, I had to buy a fridge for my rental. But then all the other houses that I had, they already had a fridge, so I just took it with me. Now it's dead, but yeah.
I mean, we bought our house. Our house came with the refrigerator, but we had to buy our washer and dryer. But
I did too.
We left that for the future tenants.
Yeah, I left the one in Hayward. I left that one, and then I bought a new one that's like it's a tower. So it's kind of cool. Yeah. It's kind of neat, safe space because it's in the garage, and the garage here is slightly small. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, back up in for some reason my computer was not working. Like it wasn't recognizing my microphone, my headphones, my camera. I restarted 4 times, and then my computer crashed. Like I was going through a struggle, but I'm back up in here.
Well, glad to see you.
Basically, the workaround was to turn off OBS and just start it up without OBS on, and then it just started working perfectly. And then I turned OBS on and it started working. Because for my camera, I use OBS because it allows you customize like the settings and stuff like that, where Windows doesn't let you do that.
Gotcha.
Look, I use
weird.
ODB, and that should work every
Dirty
time.
bastard. You just gotta give it to him raw.
Shimmy, shimmy, yay,
Yeah,
shimmy,
you
y'all,
about to say
shimmy,
you
yay.
boot it up, shimmy, shimmy, y'all. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I should be actually. So I have a Tesla, and you can change the alarm sound. I should have it be "Oh Dirty Bastard." So when the alarm says, "All shimmy, shimmy, yay, shimmy, yay, shimmy, yo." Passing the mic out, take it away.
People are gonna be mad that you said that. It's shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yay. Oh, now I'm gonna fuck it up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yam, shimmy, yay.
There we go. Give me the mic before I take it away. Patrick's in the chat. At least he was earlier.
Baby,
He's
I like
fucking
it raw.
angry right now.
He's angry? What?
Patrick was in the chat earlier. He's gonna be fucking mad when he hears this.
Oh shit! He's a big Wu fan.
I mean, he's a New Yorker, so
There you go.
Well, it's also been like, I don't know, 20 plus years since I heard that song, so I can't remember how the rhymes go.
You know, what's fun is listening to some shit that was like always in your Walkman, like when you were in high school or junior high.
yeah.
And now you're fucking in your 40s or whatever. And you're just like, God damn, this shit still knocks hard as hell.
Takes you back. Yeah, every time I listen to like Wolf in Sheep's Clothing, the Black Sheep album.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it takes me back. I bought that album probably like fucking 4 times on CD and tape. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I was listening to earlier today just Nate Dogg's greatest hits.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, Nate Dogg's been dead like, quite a while now, but he had some every time he got on the mic, you know what I mean? Just fucking doing a hook or whatever, he brought it.
He was also a Marine, by the way. If y'all didn't
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't somebody else was a Marine? But not an American a Marine. He was like a Europe Marine or military. I can't think of what his name is. Is it not Shaggy? Was it Shaggy? No, it's not Shaggy.
Shaggy was in the military.
Yeah.
He was?
Yeah, but he's American though.
Mm.
I think I want to say he was in the Navy or some shit.
He could have been
In the Navy. You know who was in the Navy or who wasn't in the Navy? Was the Village People.
Oh, he was a Marine too. Shaggy was a Marine too. All right.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, maybe it was Shaggy.
Yeah.
I was thinking of. I think it's the accent that was throwing me off. That he does the little.
It's just fake accent.
Like, Cuban.
Yeah.
There was an interview with him, and he was talking about the guy who does the voice of Sebastian from Little Mermaid, and they basically were trying to he was talking about how like Sebastian's accent isn't like Cuban or Jamaican or anything like that. It's like its own thing, and I don't know. I just thought it was interesting.
Just to be clear here, Shaggy is actually Jamaican, but he grew up in mostly America, so he made that accent. Like he doesn't normally talk like that. So.
Is it one of those situations where it kind of switches back and forth?
Oh, wait a minute. Hold the fuck on. I'm reading up. This is probably not the case. Okay, so he really was Jamaican, but he moved to New York when he was 18. So that's way more than enough time to like get an accent. So
to keep an accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was an artillery cannon operator in the Marine Corps. So yeah.
There you go.
Those are like the guns that like shoot down planes, right?
No. Artillery is like big ass fucking ammo? No, it's like you shoot like a big ass like kind of like I don't want to say a bomb, but it is kind of like a bomb. Like you shoot it from like a tube and they're like
that's the one like you drop
down.
it in and
yeah.
okay, I know something like okay.
Yeah.
That's the one where like some people fuck up like it goes
yeah. I was like, if you played StarCraft, they're siege cannons basically. So
yeah. Oh, got it.
In siege mode, to be clear. All right, if you're a real StarCraft fan, in siege mode.
Shout out, actually, you put this in the chat. I don't know if you guys mentioned it last week. Diablo IV did this incredible fucking tribute to goddamn Berserk. They got Griffith, goddamn Guts. They got everybody up in that motherfucker. Casca.
I heard it cost a bunch of money though, to like because they're all like basically skins.
Ew. Oh, so I didn't know.
I didn't look it up though.
I just saw the trailer.
Yeah, it looked amazing. Was it Berserk? X Berserk. But yeah, I heard it was like a paywall and it was like a lot of money. Let me look it up though.
Goddamn Activision.
Yeah. Let me see the cost. I heard it was like over $100.
Jesus Christ, ain't no way.
Holy shit. Okay, yeah. So it costs 140, basically $150.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
for cosmetics.
isn't that kind of typical with the StarCraft franchise?
No.
Like,
Well, this is Diablo.
No.
oh, Diablo. Okay, never
Well,
mind.
no,
I thought
even
it was
it's still
StarCraft.
it's Blizzard, but no, this is not typical of Blizzard shit, especially for cosmetics.
Well, but hold on though. I will say, if we're talking in the world of cosmetics, some people did pay north of that for Overwatch in its heyday on cosmetics sometimes.
Yeah, I get that, but I mean, there should be a way to like maybe like if you're gonna have something like that, have like a way to get it without paying for it. That's what I'm trying to look up, but
gotta grind for it.
yeah, but it looks like it's all like e-currency. So, yeah, I mean, like put in like some missions where we can unlock it. You know.
Yeah, no, that's too fucking bad. I do need to go back to Diablo 4 though. I miss it. I liked the gameplay, after a while. I still want my fucking infinite roll, but that's all right.
I mean, you got a horse, so
Yeah. But yeah, actually you got back on there, right? Diablo 4?
For a little bit, but then right now I'm playing Yasuke, so otherwise known as Assassin's Creed Shadows. Yeah. That's my jam. That's my jam right now. It's I've learned how to appreciate Naoe a little bit more with her play style, but Yasuke is still my dude. Just choosing violence every single time, and just like I'll choose violence. I'll let them call the police, basically the guardians or whatever. Then I'll kill the guardians. That's my new jam. Just killing everything.
There you go.
Would you like to see Netflix pick up this series and turn into? I mean, because they did an amazing job with Castlevania. Do you think they could do the same for Assassin's Creed Sasuke?
So they already did. They already did a Yasuke show, but this is what's the bad thing about.
I've been under the rock.
Yeah, no.
Right, I've been in South Africa. I just got imported from by Trump. No,
I want to say it was like maybe like early pandemic, or maybe even before the pandemic. It was around that time. But the guy is Lakeith Stanfield. That's his guy's name, right? That was
LaShawn. No, that's a guy from Get Out.
That's
LaShawn
him.
Thomas.
No, hold on.
No, it's not Lakeith. Lakeith is the guy from Get Out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same guy that I'm talking about. Hold on, yes.
Lakeith is the one from Atlanta too. LaShawn is the one you're talking about.
So wait, there was a Netflix series?
It's Lakeith Stanfield. That's the voice of Yasuke in the miniseries. It was in 2021.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the writer or the artist. No. The artist is LaShawn.
Okay, no. I'm talking about the voice actor of Yasuke.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah. So it was in 2021. I'm pretty sure it was on Netflix. Yeah, it was on Netflix. So yeah, really? I wasn't a huge fan of like his because the way that he talked, just he sounded it was like kind of lazy. Sorry. So, but. It was cool though, but like the voice acting just wasn't on point for me.
Yeah, it was short too. I mean, it was only 6 episodes. I remember we talked about it quite a bit. Some people were really disappointed that they went really heavy into the mystical range rather than try to develop a story that had some fun fictional but some historical information. But yeah, ultimately it didn't even have a season 2.
Did it follow the Sasuke story?
Yasuke, yeah.
Yasuke.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, now I'm thinking about it, it does sound familiar.
It's literally called Yasuke. So
yeah. I didn't hate it too much. It was, and but it was LaShawn's show though, right? Like,
yes, LaShawn Thomas was the creator. Now. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I do remember watching this, and it was kind of like, it wasn't much of a miss, but it wasn't like it didn't land. Basically.
Yeah. It was kind of mixed. But
I actually fucking forgot about it.
But I wouldn't be mad at revisiting that or just either from a new studio, whatever it is. I think it's worth it, especially now that you got an Assassin's Creed game that's good and follows the same story. It could be interesting. Yeah, we shall see. Blue, are you playing anything of late, or are you giving up on all things gaming? Just
my PS5 is just sitting here on the table. I need to hook it up. Like,
all right.
It's crazy because like for the longest time I was like mounted to the wall, and I forgot how big this thing is.
Yeah,
it's a beast.
Like
it's a unit.
My head.
Yeah,
it's just crazy. But I need to get back on it because like right now my little I got like this little home office space, like literally like I can touch this like glass. That's how close I am to it. Like it's they basically converted a closet into an office space, but it works. It's cozy. I got a cool view. I mean, I got a door I can close to keep the sound out. There's a heater vent which I need to get a cover for because it gets hot here. There's no ventilation basically. But no, as far as gaming, nothing really. I mean, I got into this mobile game called Coffee Madness, which is kind of fun, but it's just a simple little time killer. But other than big console gaming, I haven't got into anything much lately. I need to.
Prodigy, what are you playing? You still on what was that game?
Monster Hunter?
Yeah, Monster Hunter. Yeah.
Yeah, Monster Hunter Wild. I mean, I've hit like Hunter rank 100 on there, so I'm kind of itching to play something new. But Doom Dark Ages just dropped, so.
Well, so apparently this is what messes me up. All right, so apparently it dropped yesterday. If you had like the premium edition, which I didn't get, if I would have known that, I fucking got the premium one. But I think it drops tomorrow for everybody else, including me. I'm a plebe, I guess. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that because I would need to rip and tear things.
Yeah, man.
But also, go ahead.
Okay. I have a Nintendo Switch 2 question for you guys to see if you guys heard something. I need to see if it's true. I haven't had a chance to research it, but go ahead. You finish your story.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna get it, but I have to go on a business trip on like Sunday. So, but I got my portal, so maybe I'll travel with my portal and my Steam Deck and my laptop.
There you go.
Plural.
There you go.
So yeah, I have to figure it out. What about the?
See, I saw some shit earlier about the Switch 2 that the games that you get for it aren't necessarily the game. They're basically like a code that allow you to download the game to be able to play it. They're basically like a key, or like a software key, basically, that lets you play the game. Like, is this shit fucking true? Because the fact that you have to have internet to play a game just seems kind of ludicrous.
I mean, that's how it is unfortunately, this is how it's been for like the longest time. If you don't believe me, like just turn off your internet and try to play any game on your PS5. I didn't know this, but like, so my internet went out a couple months ago, and it was out for a while, and I just wanted to watch some movies with my daughter, and I couldn't even watch a fucking Blu-ray without the internet being on. And these are like
on your PS5?
On my PS5, my Xbox Series X, my PS4, nothing. It was like, no, like you need to have an internet connection just to watch this Blu. And it was the first what was it called? The one with the emotions with that girl. Inside Out. Inside Out. Yeah, so it was like not a new Blu-ray,
Yeah, I thought
that's fucking bullshit. In terms of, I just want to take people back. One of the biggest selling points for the PS2 way back in the fucking day was it was the best DVD player you could buy for the money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some people literally bought it just as a DVD player.
Yeah.
I mean, I technically bought it for I bought it for the DD player, but I also got it for the game portion too. But
it's the same thing with the PS3. It was like one of the cheapest Blu-ray players.
A Blu-ray player, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
that's fucking bullshit. God damn it.
But I had something similar happen with me. So we flew to Hawaii, and I had downloaded a bunch of movies from Disney Plus onto my son's tablet. And right when we got on the plane, that fucking thing was not. It wouldn't let you play it because you needed like internet connection to verify. And it's like,
so
I literally just downloaded like 30 minutes before we got on this goddamn plane, and it wouldn't let me play them. I was so we had to watch like he watched like one show on the entire flight to Hawaii, like over and over again. It was a nightmare.
Fuck, man. That just, it doesn't make sense. Like, we had better entertainment fucking tools in some ways like 10, 15 years ago. You know what I mean? Just in terms of, okay, hey, there's power outage or internet out. I can watch all my old shit. I have a whole fucking, CD sleeve with movies, Yeah,
but like the fact that you can't play a game that you purchased just doesn't make sense because you have the physical copy in front of your hand, but it's not a physical copy. It's just a license for you to be able to play the online version, I guess.
And that's how a lot of these games are right now. They like you don't actually own them. Like you have them, but you don't really own them. Especially when you have, and if you're, digital content, then you 100% don't own them because they can just snatch that shit out of your library at any time.
Yep.
And you know what sucks too is that like hardware wise, that can happen as well because like I have a Facebook portal which is like this, basically like this I can't describe it. It's basically like a internet hub, so you can like go on YouTube and it had Alexa and SoundCloud and all those stuff on there. Facebook decided to stop supporting it, took all of it off. Now it's just a pretty looking picture frame.
Do they refund you? No.
But then like Google right now just announced that they're going to stop supporting like the Gen 2 and Gen 1 of their Nest devices, which means that as far as support goes, they're not going to support anymore. So you won't be able to access it from the mobile app and all these other different things. So they're just going to totally knock it off. Yeah, you got to buy it. I mean, they're going to give you a discount to buy a new one, but as far as you having like an old one, it's basically tough tits.
Fucking shit, man.
And that's kind of why I won't buy the Meta glasses, because if they stop supporting it, you just have like a overpriced pair of sunglasses.
Yep. Well, they're all like $300 though, right?
Yeah, but what's the point if the camera and stuff doesn't work?
Yeah, I know. I'm just
regular ones
because because glasses for me are expensive anyways. I'm just like whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
What was I gonna say? So I'm on the other end of this because I work in technical support for a very large company. Not that you can call me on the phone or anything. I don't answer phones, but so I want to be clear. I'm not one of those guys. Not that there's nothing wrong with that. I'm well past that. But like, there's products that we have that when I first started at the company that were like they were new, and now they're like it's so old that it's like it's not supported, and it's like it's not supported for a reason because like we don't write code for because the people want to have like fixes for like all this old shit. And it's like, bro, this shit is so old, like it's just not gonna work. And we'll have things that like people get mad when like hardware starts failing. Well, computers aren't really made to last for 10 plus fucking years, much less 15 years. Like they're just not, especially like with spinning hard drives. Like if you have a just think about this. Like some of these drives are spinning at 15,000 RPMs, revolutions per minute, for 15 fucking years. Like at some point it's going to break. And like these companies, when they start like having all these, parts breaking, and they're just like, oh, we want to get root cause analysis. I'm like, no, it's old. Like, I'm not going to give you any kind of RCA. Like, buy a new fucking unit. Like, this shit is fucking done. You should have went off this stuff like a long, long time ago. So from that end, I can understand that. But, when it comes to like some other stuff, it's like, it's pretty easy to keep like a library of software up to date because you can like, there's ways you can do that. But when it comes to physical stuff, yeah, it's like, I can understand that at some point. That's just gonna break. So
yeah. But for a goddamn movie that you have a physical disc for, and know that you're not really using the internet to play an old movie, right?
No,
you just aren't.
No.
So oh well. All right, we were all over the place, man. What did you want to? Was there a topic that you wanted to touch base on immediately?
I mean, I've been on a podcast for a minute. I feel like I need to catch up on things. Do you guys talk about the whole? I mentioned it a little bit with the whole South Africa thing. You guys already covered that stuff, huh?
We did.
Oh yeah, we were right in the middle.
Yeah.
God damn, man, this shit's so fucking ridiculous. What about the airplane? You guys?
I think before I want to finish up a little bit for the Afrikaner thing, because I said that people to come over here in a normal way. Even I need to rewind a little bit on that. Even the normal sort of the quote unquote illegal way, these people that come over the illegal way, they still come over here and start paying taxes. Like they're not coming over here and immediately being a drain on our system. Like we're not paying them to come here. So what they do is they come here and they get a job and they pay taxes. Like if you say, oh, they're not paying, they have to pay taxes. You cannot live in America and not pay taxes. It's literally fucking impossible unless you're homeless. And these are not homeless people. They work jobs and they have to buy products in America that are taxed. And a lot of them, I'll probably say most of them, are still paying some sort of payroll tax. And they're paying into Social Security, which they're not guaranteed to get a return on. But these Afrikaners, we're literally paying them to come here. And they're fucking farmers. Like, really? Like, is that like that's the highest thing that we need in America right now are fucking farmers? And this is not to shit on any farmers in America, like, but we all know like what we actually need in America are not more farmers. What we need are people that are experts in certain fields, like I don't know, fucking AI. There's a whole lot of tech jobs. We're a service economy. We are not, the farming community that are here, like the way they farm it's a highly automated way. So
Yep.
to get these people to like come over here, pretend like they're going to save some fucking save our economy with like 65 fucking people, a lot of them just families and kids and shit. Like, what the fuck?
They also completely jumped the fucking line
Yeah.
for millions of people who want to come to this country, and some of whom are escaping true
Persecution.
deadly persecution. Like, what the fuck?
Honestly, go ahead.
It's also funny because like Felon 47 also passed like a executive order to stop refugees from coming to America to turn around and allow his choice of people to come. So I mean, it's all fucking nonsense.
How the fuck do these Afrikaners jump the line more than the Afghans that literally saved our soldiers' lives in Afghanistan? All the fucking interpreters and their families.
Yep.
What the fuck did these Afrikaners do for America? They didn't do fucking shit. These Afghans literally saved lives, and their lives are on the line right now where they live because they are known entities in Afghanistan to be basically traitors to the Taliban, and their lives are at risk. Like they're the ones that actually have their lives at risk, not these other fucking farmers. You know that it doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Well no, it does because it's racism. It's literally fucking racism.
That's what it comes down to.
And I just want to be really clear. The South African government is not persecuting these people. Like, there's nothing close to any type of persecution. I believe in South Africa, I've read this very recently. Wasn't aware previously, but they have like some eminent domain stuff, which is same that we have over here. You know what I mean? Where the government can pay you because they want to build a freeway or some kind of infrastructure.
Or a wall.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But there's no persecution of these people. They're not getting stoned to death from the South African government or, taking their babies away or forcing them to do this or that. None of that's happening. So it's disingenuous to even label them under the criteria or under the label of refugee.
Like, I don't even understand, like, what's these people like background to make them be qualified to be like a refugee? Like, are they
white colored skin? Like,
yeah, because like I mean, other people here, like they protest in a certain area, or like there's bombings in this area. Like, there's all this crazy thing. There's the drug cartels taking over like this whole neighborhood. Like, there's some kind of crazy backstory going on. But for these people, it's like, so they somebody got paper cut or something like that. I think that's what I heard in the news. But it's.
Would you like? I will tell you the. I said that's the AI definition, but actually no. The actual definition of refugee are people that have fled their countries to escape conflict, violence, or persecution. Which I don't think that they don't meet that criteria.
None of them.
So
none of it. So
and if they did, then have them apply for the same refugee status as a Venezuelan. Or an El Salvadorian, and go by your own guidelines and being like, stay in your country first. Why don't we just put them in Mexico? That's what we generally do, right? We make them stay in Mexico or stay in your country.
Again, you have U.S. citizens being kidnapped and flown to El Salvador. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what. It's so painfully obvious what this is. And people still tiptoeing around it. It's just blatant and racist, and they'll get plenty of support.
Go ahead. What's funny is that that meme from Family Guy where he's got the card with the color skin tones.
Yeah,
that meme keeps coming up over and over and over again. Like it's ridiculous. Like there's like a school shooting, or like the police kills a black guy, and it's like all this. Like recently you guys saw the video of the two little kids with guns, right? With the gun.
Yeah.
Where the police officers like use like non-lethal force to get these kids to give up a gun, but like there was a kid in a park that had a toy gun that was shot. Yeah. And it's like, why does that color card just come up like all the fucking time? Like it's so relevant, which is sad, but it's just something out that just continues to happen.
Speaking of parks, I don't have her name. Obviously, you can look it up and make sure put it out there. But did you guys see the angry racist white woman that was calling a 4 or 5 year old black boy hard N-word, and then getting, what was it? What's the website where you raise the money?
GoFundMe. Yeah.
What was it?
Twitter?
It wasn't GoFundMe. It was another site that's like a Christian site that they raised money through. Let me see if I can find what it's called.
Even fucking better. But she raised, what was it, almost $250,000 or more now? I don't know. Maybe it went up even further. But a whole lot of money, well into 6 figures. Instantly. People just donating.
Yes, $600,000.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's called Give Send Go is the site where it's like a Christian site. But like on top of the fact that people are donating money, like the racial comments that are, because when you donate the money, you can make like a comment, and like the stuff people are saying is like, wow, like ridiculously, it's insane. Like if you don't believe racism is not real, if you go to look at this, I guess GoFundMe, technically call it, you understand like, yeah, racism is alive and well.
And again, to a child, to a fucking child on a playground.
Just because I think it was the little kid,
Context,
I guess, was playing with her kid's toy or something like that. Is that the story?
Sorry,
right.
There was a thing on my end. It was a video.
Oh,
you guys can hear it.
Okay, but yeah, disturbing shit. Even more disturbing than $600,000 plus. To someone who is a vehement racist, but this is what it is. This is America.
I hope she gets the money, and a little 5-year-old sues her and gets all of it. Like, could you? Because there was that one woman who I think was like a Starbucks lady, where she like did something to a barista or something like that, and that barista got like a bunch. Or was it Target? I can't remember. It seems like a similar story, but like, yeah, this lady goes off on a person, and they end up getting like $1 million through a Kickstarter or a GoFundMe, and then this woman wants to sue that person, saying that it's because of what she did that the person earned the money, and so she wants a part of it. It's like, are you serious? No, that's not how that works. You can't be racist and greedy at the same fucking time.
I mean, that's what they do.
Yeah, they feel fucking entitled. But yeah, this is where we fucking are, man.
Yeah, this shit's fucking wild.
And just to stay political for a little bit longer, they're literally talking about suspending due process completely. I don't even know what to say in terms of how scary that is, because it means that the government can and will do anything they want, and just because they say so, you are guilty and can be sent to El Salvador, which is what they're already doing, but they can get away with it in mass. I don't know.
Yeah, the shit's fucking crazy. And also, then they also get rid of like, what is it, like doing pro bono?
No, they were talking about suspending habeas corpus. That's what
that's
talking about. And so basically it means that it's a legal procedure by which a report can be made to the court alleging that basically unlawful detention or imprisonment is what it means. That's what habeas corpus means. So if you suspend that, then basically, I think it's like, is it the 4th Amendment? Is that one of them? There's a whole bunch of them.
One of them.
It's one of them. But basically, it suspends your right to just basically be a fucking free person in America. So, and they're literally actively talking about that right now, which is another step in the fascist fucking playbook. So,
it's all making America great again.
God damn it. We need to lighten it up a little bit. Anybody want to talk about Last of Us?
Yeah. How many episodes are out? I haven't watched this season yet.
4 or 5?
Bro. Yeah, have you played the game though, Danny? Blue, sorry.
I never played a game.
Oh, all right.
But no, let's go into it, because I mean the first season was like crazy. Actually, y'all guys talk about it. I'm gonna go fill up my cup.
All right.
There you go. Get it old fashioned.
Yeah. This season has been amazing. I love all of the like little changes that they've made in the show. Like none of them have missed for the changes for me. Anyway,
Me either.
yeah, I remember at first, if you rewind the tape, I was saying that they were missing a core gameplay component of like having the fungus grow and like sense things, but not having the actual spores. And I was like, that's weird. But this last episode, guess what?
Well,
and
they
it's
resolved that.
Yeah, and honestly, it's the way they did it. It works better with the story.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's in Seattle, in that one hospital, and then it's like down in the basement. They said that was like one of the first places that they brought the infected, right?
Yeah.
I got that right?
Yep.
And they tell, this horrific backstory with this one wolf, basically her son, that gets caught up in that shit, and her whole her son's whole team gets sealed in there, in term B2, B3 of this hospital.
Yeah. And
he had told his mom through the radio, basically it's in the air and everybody's getting sick.
Yeah.
And so,
well, what's really cool is that so like as you're watching this, they're pulling like certain scenes straight from the game.
Yep.
And so, and this one is kind of one of them of like, we all know it's like me and you know what's going to come in like in the basement from the game. Cause they have to have this scene in there. And even like the death of that person in the basement that occurs, but, actually, no, was she in the basement?
There was somebody.
Somebody was down there. Yeah, but she gets fucked up. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also like the way that that Ellie gets exposed to being immune was not the same way in the show. So in the game, her mask gets cracked, if I remember correctly, when she's with Dina.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's okay. But the bite works kind of better because there's no spores, obviously. So, but now it's like she can breathe, and it's like, it's like I love the way that they're just building upon making a better story, even though the game was already an excellent story, but they're just making it fucking better.
And I even like the whole backstory of, oh shit, they're smarter than we thought they were. The stalker, like with the stalkers, like that explanation of these guys, watch out for them. I didn't know that they had this subspecies, that is fast and tries to flank you and shit. Like it works fucking better. It's different, but it works better,
Yeah. Because I mean, it's in the game. Like when you get jacked in the game from those motherfuckers, like it's fucking terrifying. And it's weird because like when you're playing the game, it feels more, especially after you lose Joel. It feels more. It feels like you're isolated, like all the time.
Yeah.
Like you have Dina, but it's like it's in the game it's different.
Yeah.
But in the show, like she's not isolated, but it's still like the stakes are so fucking high.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They do it. It's masterful the way they're doing their storytelling.
I also love Ellie and Dina even more in this show. Like,
yeah.
They have incredible chemistry. They're fucking silly. Like they seem like true 19, 20-year-old girls who think they're fucking invincible. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Blue?
With season 1, there was a point where it kind of was like you almost forgot that there was the infected, or what are the infected people called?
Clickers.
Not zombie clickers.
Well, no, they're still called the infected. They don't call them zombies. They're just the infected.
Okay.
There's different levels. The clickers are like the kind of scary ones, but they're not the.
There was like a point where like they kind of stopped focusing on those and then like focus on the people. There was a point where I'm like, I forgot what I was watching. Then all of a sudden they fucking came back. I was like, oh shit, it's right. They're all these fucking mushroom people.
Yeah. In season 2, like it's even more so because it starts off kind of normally because it's that winter. You're like, oh, it's winter. It's too cold for mushrooms and shit. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh. They're okay. They were just there the whole time. Yeah.
Yep. I love it.
Yeah, it gets what else was I gonna say? The whole Dina and Ellie thing is really well done. I like there's like a lot of parts of the shows that I just really, really enjoyed. I'm trying to think about another one. It's like the end of the last episode of like how the way they get saved from old boy. That was pretty cool. The way that they introduced like the scars the Seraphim, I think they're called.
Yep.
That was because I remember in the game, like you get jacked by them like out of nowhere, like where you think you're safe and you get fucking jacked. And that kind of happens in this as well.
And the whistling is so fucking creepy.
Yeah, it really is. And the way I like the way they even like the way they kind of eviscerate like their enemies in like a really kind of fucked up way. Yeah.
I will also say it's fun to see. Everybody still loves Ellie, and she still has this kind of baby face, and she's like 19 or 19, 20, whatever it is. But obviously, everybody who's played the game knows that there's a darker path, like for her, and like she is on this vengeance tour. She's just like, we're not quitting, and you see signs of it even now in this latest episode of her being like, I don't have any fucking problem with torturing somebody, you know. So
I mean, she goes through a bunch of shit too, but then also Joe kind of has an influence on the woman she becomes, right?
Yeah, I mean, Joel is not a good person, so and neither is Ellie. So yeah, that's why the game was so great, because it's like you're playing as these people that were like really conflicted. Like, should I be rooting for these people doing like really bad things?
Yeah, but at the same time, and this is the dichotomy with them, both Joel and Ellie have had horrific things happen to them. You know, so it just works really, really well. I'm very curious how they will handle. I want to be careful with spoilers, but a certain scar that comes. I think they're going to handle it well, because they certainly haven't missed at all. Not a single episode, in my opinion. But I want to see how that character gets introduced, and I want to see them get deeper into the lore of that prophet, because like if you haven't played the game and whatnot, they keep alluding to it. You see like murals of her, and the scars talk about her like she's a fucking deity. You know what I mean? It's cool. It's cool all the way around.
I want to see some Bill level shit with her.
Yeah,
like how they went into like the whole Bill storyline. You know?
Yep.
Yeah. Do they for the show? Because with The Walking Dead, they used to have the Talking Dead. Yeah, they had the Talking Dead. Do they have like an after show thing they do with this and like compare certain scenes to the video game? Because that'd be
a little bit.
Cool
and there's a podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
podcast for everything.
On the home screen for PlayStation 5, there are interviews with the cast.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're going hard all the way around. I will say this too. It's such a fucking hit. It makes me want to replay Last of Us 1 and 2, and goddamn it, I need a third one. You know. So
Sony should. Wait, I don't know if they've even done it yet, but have they done a remaster of 1 and 2 on the PS5?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, part 1 got 2 remasters. Yeah, 2. That's what pissed some people off. They were like, 2 remasters? What do you think this is? Grand Theft Auto 5?
Yeah, because we got we got 2 remasters, but no like online thing for part 2.
Yeah.
So which was it was announced at launch.
Yeah, it was announced, and then they talked about it being a separate standalone, and then they
announced a whole new game.
Yeah, exactly.
So Intergalactic or whatever. I'm just like, okay, you could have just like done the online thing, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I would think with a studio like Naughty Dog, they're big enough to do both. Especially with Sony's backing, but we'll see.
I mean, they should, but I mean, this has been a time of like where profits over everything, and I know that these people are already on like super hard deadlines, and Sony Studios as a whole. I mean, look what happened with fucking Concord.
Yeah,
I mean that's probably one of the reasons why they were just like no, so they don't want to get teams fired.
Look at the development time with Concord. I mean, behind the scenes, there's a whole lot of speculation. Yeah, it was a whole bunch of years. Like for that money and that amount of time invested. You could have made a standalone Last of Us 2 multiplayer that probably would have been way more successful.
Yeah, I mean honestly, but I mean, this is the weird thing though, is like these people are concerned about the release windows and blah 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 and like lead times. But I mean, fucking Rockstar, they just pushed back GTA 6 to 2026, which is fine. But Rockstar also is not just they're not always a hit maker. Like people seem to forget that like all their remakes have been pretty shit tier. Like
Yeah.
you know, like look at like was not Vice City, but yeah, I think it was Vice City, right? They redid a couple of them like recently, and they were like really, really bad.
Some of the worst. Like,
yeah,
and these were classic games that everybody loved. Like a whole generation of youngsters missed them, but like GTA 3, San Andreas, I think, Vice City, you know, really fun games for their time and day. But if you're doing a remake, you need to do it like Capcom level. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I mean, yeah. Take the time and do it right, because you know there's studios that can do it right. Like if you don't think your studio can do it internally, or just doesn't look right, then just like farm it out to another studio that will give it the right time, energy, and attention to do that.
Yeah.
There used to be a really good studio for the PS Vita. I forget what they were called.
Blue Point.
Yeah, was it Blue Point? Right? Yeah, they redid like a lot of games. So I remember when they said like you couldn't do like a first person shooter, but they did Killzone for the Vita, and they did Uncharted for the Vita, and they're really fantastic games, but it has to be like done in a certain kind of way. But you need a specialized studio to do that, and maybe it's not your main studio to do that. I mean, even fucking God of War did it. God of War had one of their best games up until like the more recent games was on the PSP.
PSP.
It was Chains of Olympus.
Yeah,
it was fucking amazing, and it was not by like the main studio.
Yeah. I mean, some people forget that the PS5 launch version of Demon's Souls was not FromSoft. That was Blue Point doing that one, and that one was gorgeous looking. So, you know.
Dude, it's interesting because with Capcom, we know that they're professionals of fucking relaunching the same fucking brand. Because look at Street Fighter 2. I mean, we had fucking Street Fighter 2, Championship Edition, fucking Turbo, Ultra Turbo, fucking Championship Edition Turbo. Like they couldn't get past 2. They even went back to 0 they went back down to Alpha Beta, like
Alpha Beta tell 2. A friend. Yeah. Oh, sorry, that's a Bay Area joke. Yeah, I don't know about that. Brandon Park brought up something too. Captain America and Black Panther. Yeah, that game got delayed recently.
Yeah, I'm still so confused by that one. Is it T'Chaka or T'Challa?
It has to be T'Chaka, right? Well, actually, it could be. I mean, it's Marvel, so you can kind of like rewrite things, but it's supposed to be like during like almost like World War II era. So it should be T'Chaka, not T'Challa.
Hey,
which is still Black Panther, so you know.
Yeah, well, somebody, but
that Wolverine gameplay that I shared in the group, was that an old video or is that?
It was an old video.
Something new.
Yeah, it's still in development, and that's why the sound effects are all out. They're all fucking wacky and shit.
Yeah,
but yeah,
it looks pretty fucking dope.
Yeah, it's Insomniac, right? I'm pretty sure that.
Yep.
Yeah, same makers of Batman games. That's when
not Batman, Spider-Man.
Spidey.
Yeah.
Oh, Spider-Man. Yeah, my bad. But yeah, the gameplay looked pretty dope. But yeah, it did look a little off. So I wasn't sure if it was like fan made or if it was just somebody threw some skin over another game. So
no, it was
overall it looked good.
Yeah, it was leaked. Like what do they call it? Not beta, but almost like alpha footage of like just like gameplay. Like they're trying to like get the kinks out. I forget what they call it. It used to be one of those. It's like game testing.
Yeah. And then sometimes shit just never fucking gets released, and the teaser was for nothing. Like when they did it with the Wonder Woman game.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah.
They fucking teased that shit. They never even like developed nothing.
Wasn't there also like a Superman game that did that too?
Well, there is one that was like not released at all. But there was also the last one was like really bad. The one back on like the N64. Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah. But speaking of Superman trailers, more trailers. It's looking promising. They got a lot of characters. What do y'all think?
At first I was a little against the fence because of just that one flight scene of Superman. I was like, this is kind of like I don't like the whole camera in the face deal. Like they kind of did that in Bad Boys 4 or 5, whatever it was, where they had like a camera in the person's face. Like, just back it up. Like, I don't need fucking first person perspective. But no, overall, like we got to see a bunch of new I guess characters that are going to be in the movie, and we really got a good look at like Lex Luthor. Like before he was just like walking away from like the window, and I was like, okay, that's fucking Lex Luthor. But we got to see him kind of do a little bit of villainous shit, which got me jazzed up. But we get to see a Superman that fails. That's what it comes down to. Like we see Superman get his ass kicked, basically, and I think that's what people kind of like to see. Because I mean, Superman's OP, guy's overpowered, but to see like a struggling Superman kind of come up and overcome something, I think that's a different twist on things.
It was so cool to see Mercy in the.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I was trying to remember like who the fuck is this, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right, it's fucking Mercy. It's like Lex's right hand woman. If you don't know who Mercy is, like go watch or read a comic book or some shit. Like she augments herself to become like a bodyguard. Well, she's already a bodyguard, but she augments herself to be a better bodyguard for Lex Luthor. And I fully expect to see Lex Luthor in his suit in this. Now that we've already seen Mercy all fucking nanoteched out, so yeah,
that would be cool.
Well, did we get to see that in the trailer?
Mercy,
no, not Mercy, but Lex in his suit. Because there's like a scene where
that's not.
Or was that a bot he was fighting?
That's a new. They say it's supposed to be a new character for the movie. The thing with like the looks like Juggernaut almost.
Beam. Yeah.
I know this sounds really weird when we're talking about Superman, but I also want to see Clark like have a whole lot of enthusiasm about being at the planet, like Daily Planet, in terms of. I love the aspect of him being a fucking journalist and a reporter. I don't know what it is, but that part really does it for me in terms of him wanting to be this really good journalist. I don't want them to completely ignore that for the big fights with bad aliens or whatever. So I hope to see more of that, but we'll see. You know
what's funny is that the fact that Clark Kent writes about Superman is really funny, but also that Peter Parker takes pictures of himself as Spider-Man. It just kind of ties into the whole OnlyFans thingy. They're making money on selling their own content.
Well, I love with Peter Parker, he was doing selfies before selfies were a thing. Like he would
right.
He would like web up the camera and make it all, doing action poses and whatnot. That shit was cool.
Yeah.
So,
an interesting thing with I guess with the Superman trailer is that Lois knows that Clark is Superman, which is kind of, I mean, they did that in Man of Steel. Like Lois knew Superman and Clark were the same person. I think that's kind of a good thing because I would say that okay, wearing glasses like you can't like how is that a fucking disguise? But there's been a lot of people who wear glasses and you don't recognize them without them. So I mean, it makes fucking sense. But it's kind of cool knowing somebody who's a lead reporter understands that this is fucking Superman and Clark. Like they're the same fucking person. Like there's no wool over the eye type of deal going on.
Well, yeah, I love how this last one started with, Lois interviewing Superman, but he was Clark. So, yeah, I thought that was really neat. And then him getting like escalatingly more mad about the questions that she was asking because they're like journalistic questions of like, you got to play kind of the devil's advocate. And he was like, you could tell like his level of humanity of the things that he was doing. So I thought that was neat. Honestly, when they first announced, Superman kind of coming back, I haven't been a fan of Superman in a very long time. I think like him as like, especially in the movies, like all the movies that he's been in for me have like been total duds. Like they were just shitty. But this one I'm very hyped for. Very hyped for.
I'm a little bit more reserved on this one. I'm kind of in a wait and see mode. The trailers don't look bad, but we'll see. I'm not quite hyped, but we'll see. We'll see. I haven't gotten used to his fucking face or his suit at all. I really haven't.
Yeah, same here. Nah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say one of my issues with the movie though. I feel like I'm gonna have is there's too many characters. Like it's Superman. We got fucking Mr. Terrific. We got Hawkgirl. We got the guy who can like make elements and stuff. I can't think of his name.
I saw that guy too. He had like the
Mistopix.
No,
not the magic guy.
Like
the guy's like different colors.
Yeah, different textures. I forget his name.
He can make different elements.
Yeah.
I think it starts with an M, but there's like he's in there. We got Lex. We got like a couple of like Omni-Man or Ultraman or somebody's in there. We got there's too many characters for we got Green Lantern.
It seems
Like,
a little busy.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Okay, but he pulled together, Guardians of the Galaxy. So I give him James Gunn anyway. So I'll give him some. Is it Metamorpho?
Yeah, Metamorpho.
Metamorpho.
That might be him.
Yeah. I thought it was. I was gonna say the name of the robot that can take other people's.
That's Amazo. But yeah, this is definitely Metamorpho.
Yeah. But yeah, there's like too many characters and like I don't know. It seems like he's fighting a couple of giant monsters and stuff like that too. So that got kind of confusing. So, and there's Crypto. Then there's fucking his robots inside of the Fortress of Solitude. So it's like there's a lot going on. There's a lot of side characters. Like usually with Superman, it's just Superman.
I'm a little worried as well. Not even for that reason though, Blue. For me, I'm like, why do I know all of these characters are in this movie so far? I should. Some of this, obviously, Superman, maybe the dog, maybe Lex, but keep some of it to, the surprise of the movie when it drops. I don't want to know everybody.
Well, we got to pull a Stitch and just stop watching the trailers, so we can be amazed.
True. Yeah. So
I kind of worry he's trying to do with Captain America movies. Like all the Captain America movies weren't Captain America movies. They were Captain America and other people, like Captain America Civil War, Captain America Winter Soldier. Like we got all these different characters thrown into this Captain America movie. Like it wasn't really focused too much on a Captain America.
Well, I think
I mentioned this before, but yeah.
Let's be honest though. I mean, the Captain America movies pulled in way more than DC movies, so
of course,
it's so why not? I mean, it also James Gunn worked on Marvel movies before, so I love the feel of the trailer so far. So I'm with this vision. Yes, there's a lot of characters in there that maybe they could have done the Avengers thing, but maybe they can do finally the reverse Avengers thing that they tried to do the first time, but it didn't work out. They can make separate movies for all these other characters, and have them, and maybe make a true Justice League movie.
Or Justice Society, probably what they could go for. They ain't got no Batman. They got Batman.
You could go either way, but number one though, you can't get lost in the sauce. We gotta feel for and love this new Superman. If that doesn't work, then these other characters, I don't know.
We'll see. I'm hopeful.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. What was the other thing? So there is a trailer for what was it?
Ironheart.
Yeah, you posted it. Kronos.
I did.
Yeah.
So first of all, is it a TV series or is it a straight to movie?
It's a
series or it's a movie?
Yes, it's gonna be. It's a series, and it was cool to see. So the Red Hood, the Red Cloak. I think it's Red Cloak, right?
Did I miss it? Yeah.
That's the guy, right? He's got two guns. He's got a fucking red hood. So it's Red Cloak.
Yeah.
Who's a very interesting Marvel villain. He has some major plot lines with him, but he's kind of like a minor villain. But it's cool to see him in this role. I didn't know that Ryan Coogler was attached to this project, so I'm in 100%. I was going to watch it anyway. So... I liked her when I saw her in the last Black Panther, and then she's in another show briefly too, right?
I don't know.
It's been a while.
One? Is she the one that in Telephase, phase through things? Because I thought she's in there, right? Isn't she from Ant-Man?
What?
The black girl from Ant-Man and the Wasp, the girl who can phase through things.
No, you're talking about Ghost?
Yeah, it's Ghosted though. Ghost is in Ironheart, right?
No,
she shows up.
No.
She's in the latest Thunderbolts movie.
Yeah, which I still need to watch. But yeah, anyway, I think that this show is getting this character really in general of Ironheart is getting undue hate again from people that don't read comics, but they think they're nerds for some reason. Ironheart has been around for a while. Even this is so funny. This is happening again because back when I was reading a lot of comics, Ironheart had already come out, and she was already a new character. Months, maybe even a year, and then all of a sudden, like other people got wind of it, and they got mad that this is like a new black teen Iron Man, and I was like, no, like this is even a new fucking character. She's been around for a while, and she's definitely not Iron Man. And in this one, she's not going to be Iron Man. She's Ironheart, and there's a whole storyline around her.
Wasn't okay. I'm going back because I remember us talking about this years ago. I think there was a brief time though in the comics where she did have the label of Iron Man. Remember?
She was in Iron Man. She was in Iron Man comics, but she was never, as far as I know, because this is back when I was actually like reading like a lot of comics. She was never called Iron Man.
No, but I mean the title of the book with her on it though was
because
I'll
because yes, she was in Iron Man comics. So yeah, there probably was a comic where Iron Man was like the title, and she might have been on the cover, but it's because it was part of the storyline. Like, but she wasn't replacing Iron Man. And even later on, like, and this is what's funny, when she was on that cover that you're talking about, nobody said anything. And then it was like a while later when there was already Ironheart comic out, when people got mad about it because they saw that, oh, this person is blah, 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 blah. But it's like, it was so far after the fact that it was like just stupid.
Yeah. And there was a long period of time. And I remember us talking about it because the MCU was at its height and all of that.
Yeah.
Where there was no Tony as Iron Man.
Yeah.
And no Thor, no Odin's son Thor as, like all the main six Avengers were not starring in their own comics still.
Yes, but also like
that Asian guy, what's his name, Cho as
Amadeus Cho. Yeah,
he was
Hulk. He was Hulk. Yeah,
but also I just want to be clear. Riri Williams is Ironheart, and then when you talk about the replacement for Thor, that's Valkyrie. So these are like totally different names. They didn't just replace the character. All right, there were lead ups to all these storylines, and they did not replace the characters.
For Thor. For Thor, no. Wait. Hold on. Let's back up.
Yeah, she was called the all new Thor for a minute, but you have to like actually read the fucking comics of like what happened.
But all I'm saying though is she was Thor. Like she was known as Thor
for like a brief period of time. But you got to read the comics. The reason why she was called Thor for a little bit is because, Jesus Christ. So Jane Foster, she was fucking dying of cancer, but she happened to pick up. This is after Jesus Christ. This is like the Sin. What was it called? Original Sin. All right. So read the Original Sin shit where like, what's the guy's fucking name? Samuel L. Jackson. What was his character in fucking the MCU?
Nick Fury.
Nick Fury. Nick Fury whispers some shit into Thor's ear on the goddamn moon, and he drops Mjolnir, and then he can't pick it back up.
Yeah.
Because he's unworthy. Because then it becomes unworthy Thor. Okay? So this is why he's no longer considered Thor, because he's unworthy. Jane Foster picks it up, but she has cancer. And so every time she picks up the fucking hammer, she cures herself, but she also reverses back like all of her fucking cancer treatments. So every time she comes back, like she's sicker than she was before. There's like a whole story there.
I remember I read it. The thing that still pisses me off to this day, though, about that one was, again, Thor's name is Thor. Like in terms of what they tried to do is say, well, they tried to make him called Odin's son and all this other stuff. It just, to me, it never worked because he's gone by Thor because that's his name. Like, you could pick up the hammer and have the powers of Thor, but like there was still Thor as his name, and he gave up his name too. That was weird.
But I mean, it's kind of the similar thing with Beta Ray Bill. So even though I know they call him Beta Ray Bill, but he was still Thor.
Yeah, I completely get that. I just didn't like Thor losing Thor's name.
But why? Too. Okay, but nobody complained about the Beta Ray Bill thing.
I can't go back that far in terms of I wasn't reading a whole bunch of Thor during the Beta Ray Bill days. I in the actual time. I just know Thor not being called Thor is weird, like because that's his name.
Yeah,
that I still don't agree with.
Yeah.
I just but let's go back to Riri. Like the trailer, not bad. I didn't like Wakanda. I've been very clear. I never liked Wakanda Forever. I didn't like the character in Wakanda Forever. They didn't give her much, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, it wasn't a movie, but yeah.
Yeah, but to me, she didn't even serve much of a real purpose. it didn't get me excited for her. It's been a few years now. I hope that they can. I mean, they're doing it to me backwards in a lot of ways. To me, they should have introduced her maybe in a series and then brought her to the movie. But regardless, let's see how her backstory goes and whatnot. It looks like she's in Chicago, but then at some point they're talking about MIT as well in there. But we'll see. Hopefully it's good. Yeah, but I didn't feel her at all in Wakanda Forever. I had forgotten about her though.
I forgot she was in Wakanda Forever. Like I remember, I guess there was like that scene where they're trying to protect her, right? Like the Minaj Noris or whatever. I can't remember.
Dora Milaje.
Yeah, they were protecting her, but yeah, I don't like the actor who plays the Red Hood guy. Like I know he's been like he's like in Transformer and like he's also in he's in Hamilton. Like there's something about his face.
You're right.
Something about his face. I don't know what it is. I don't like it.
But
I'm looking forward to it though.
Yeah, and I will say this. I mean, I'm obviously loved Sinners and whatnot, and Fruitvale Station, Greed, and a whole bunch of stuff. So Coogler's got a great reputation and knows what the fuck he's doing. So did he direct all of it, or is he executive producing, or is he writing, or all of it?
It says executive producer is what I saw.
Okay. What
was the name of the character? It's not the Red Cape. It's something like it's Red something. Because he was definitely a main character in like I forget which one it was. Like a really good Marvel villains story arc.
Wakanda Forever.
Mm-hmm. All right.
It is Red Hood. Or it's just the Hood. Sorry. His name is the Hood.
Well, yeah, I was going to say he can't be the Red Hood because that's fucking DC.
That's DC. Yeah. That's why I kept, I was like, it can't be that. Because, he's literally just a Hood.
It just happens to be a Red Hood.
Yeah.
No relation. Like DC, it's got the Black Spider or something like that. That's clearly a fucking Spider-Man knockoff.
I love it. I fucking love it. I love it. It's just the pettiness between DC and Marvel in terms of heroes that are very much similar, but not quite.
Yeah.
Oh, and the guy's name is Anthony Ramos. That's the character you guys don't like. So I guess we will never have this guy on the podcast if we ever do interviews again.
Cree Summers going to be in this series.
Well, shut the fuck up, Mal. I gotta watch it and get excited. Shit.
Oh shit! Who the fuck is he playing? It just shows Cree Summers. It doesn't say exactly what she's doing. Let me see it. Look at her laundry list of roles that she's done because she's been in fucking everything voice wise.
She's also in Abbott Elementary.
Oh shit!
Speaking of interviews, we had Janelle James on the podcast very long time ago, well before she was cast in that show, and she was awesome.
It's funny. I went to lunch with some of the Sweetness's friends, and they watched the show Elementary. And I was like, oh, yeah, like the lady who plays the principal, we had her on a podcast. They're like, wait, what? I was like, yeah, we do a podcast, and we actually had her on there. And I told them the backstory about how, like, she, like, I guess she got the time zone wrong.
Yeah.
When we were supposed to do the interview. So she was just out there. She was just gaming, smoking weed. And, like, I had made a comment saying, like, oh, how do we know this is really you? She's like, I can just hang up.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was so fucking witty and fast with it. Like, brilliant woman. I fucking loved her. I got to get caught up on Abbott. I'm only on like season 2 or whatever. That show is a fucking gem.
It's so good. Yeah.
What's name's on there, right? Ashley. She shows up on there. Tatiana Ali. Is she like
a
teacher or something?
And she's still bad as fuck. Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I love the fact that there is like very regional Philadelphia humor on there, and it's like if you know it, you know it. And I'm not from Philly, but I get every little bit of it or whatever. Like, for example, they'll talk about goddamn shit with like the Eagles or the Phillies, stuff in South Philadelphia, and one guy's from like Baltimore, and like, oh, we don't mess with those Baltimore people, they're crazy. Yeah. There's like all this regional shit.
Well, the fact that they had a crossover with it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Sunny.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Even though I didn't watch that show, so yeah,
that show's funny too.
Kind of jump back to the whole Fresh Prince thing. Will Smith's been posting up videos with I guess his love interest from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The girl who plays, she's in Friday. She plays Craig's love interest.
Nia Long?
Is it Nia Long? Yeah, I guess Nia. Yeah, Nia Long. Dude, she still got it.
Yeah, she's been.
Like she's like fine wine. She's just perfection.
So
yeah, he's got a couple deals with her right now.
If you follow NBA, this is old news, but like she was dating this head coach for the Boston Celtics, and allegedly he got fired for banging the owner's wife on the at the half,
I remember that
half court logo or whatever. And
I mean that's that's
cheating
bold, and
Nia
also
Long.
that's pretty shitty. So yeah.
Wait, that was Nia Long. He was
cheating on her. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it was pretty out there. Can we switch real quick? Speaking of cheating, goddamn, these fucking Diddy.
Give me a sec. Keep talking. I'll be right back.
Man,
the scandalousness, like.
I felt dirty to listen to the stories. I'm like, whoa, I need to take a break.
Man, the one that got me was the one that where they said he would have basically Cassie take skeet from sex workers and then rub that on his nipples. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
That's so like I remember in the movie it was like Clerks. It was Clerks 1 or 2 where they talk about snowballing. And I was like, okay, that's the grossest thing I've ever heard. But the fact that like these people would just release onto her, and then she would take that releasement and put it on Diddy was like a whole different fucking level. Like that's just fucking wild.
Also, like these freak offs for like 4 or 5 days in a row, like 48, 36, 72 hours of freak offs. Like there's something wrong with this man. Like all the things wrong. Like possessive. He would buy a house for her just so he could walk in there whenever he wanted to and do whatever he wanted to. Like. This man was a fucking menace for years, and the allegations against men, women, children as well are just—it's all coming to light, you know.
It's funny too because like there's artists or actors out there that were brought up things that happened, like Thomas Howard, the guy who played the first Iron Man,
Terrence Howard,
yeah. He talked about how like he was working with P. Diddy, and like I guess P. Diddy had hired him to be like an acting coach if P. Diddy wanted to get into like acting or whatever. And his Terrence Howard's assistant was like, "Hey, yo, this guy keeps looking at you weird." And then like basically at the end of the day, Terrence Howard was like, "I think P. Diddy wanted to F me," and he probably did, like no doubt.
Dude, I've seen some of the wildest stuff. I don't know what's true, what's not, but if even a tenth of this stuff is true, he just belongs under every prison in the world, and everybody who helped him, you need to go right there with him.
You need to be at least one level up. Like he's on the ground, you got to be at least one level up. But yeah, like this. I mean, the shit's outrageous. Like, it's crazy the stuff that like these people are talking about, and the fact that I feel bad for Casey because is it Casey or Kathy? Cassie. Yeah, the fact that she had to like go through this, and like people were like, "Why didn't she just leave? Why didn't she leave?" Like people of SA, like they have like they basically feel like they have no control, especially with P. Diddy with being so I guess powerful at the time. Like, where could she go? Like he had people that would find her, drag her back. Like if P. Diddy did not know where she was, he would tell his guys, "Hey, go find her," and they would find her and basically drag her back, which is fucking wild.
People need to understand with abusive folks, you just deciding, "Hey, I'm going to leave and I'm going to live my life away from you." Oftentimes, way too often, those sickos unalive you, unfortunately, and you're in some serious fucking danger. And I believe wholeheartedly that she and plenty of other victims knew that, because the threat was direct, not implied, and yeah.
And plus,
that's why
he recorded all this shit. Like there's videos and stuff of this out there, and he would use it to like blackmail these people so they wouldn't say anything. So, I mean, he also held that power over people who fucking wouldn't come forward.
The fact that there are literal IVs being, you have to have like know what you're doing medically. You know what I mean? To find the vein and all that. But you have IVs after your sex parties. Like, what the fuck? You have to have the saline, you have to have the IV, you have to know the vein, you have to have the you're doing too much. You're doing way too much shit. You know, but I'm glad it's coming to light. I can't believe, though, just to be very clear, that the end of him wasn't the video that we all saw a year ago in the fucking hotel.
Yeah. Well, it just shows how much money and power that he had. And then people, what gets me is, to this day, there are men and women that are still like standing up for this guy. It's like just the Cassie video alone, there is zero context to where you can tell me that that's okay.
Well, wasn't with the Cassie video too, like the news organization that had the copy of it, like lost it. Like it somehow magically got deleted. Like if it wasn't for the fact that it was like posted or something, like
no, hold on,
there wouldn't be a copy of it.
No, that's not how that occurred. So somebody was paid. He paid the security of the hotel.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Like he paid him like a whole bunch of money to like delete the video, but he kept it. And it wasn't until years later that he gave it to, I think it was CNN.
Yeah.
So yeah, that piece, and then also recorded all that shit, which is fucking dumb. But yeah, it's that video, when that one happened, I was like, yeah, he definitely has done some fucked up shit before. And there's a lot of folks that are out there just been like, oh, just blah blah. I'm like, no, dude, he whooped her ass. Like,
yeah, I mean, if you didn't watch that and feel, oh my God, I hope this woman is still alive and I hope she's safe, then you got some sick shit going on in your fucking head and in your fucking soul. Because you literally feel like you're about to watch a murder.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
And his fake ass apology was just like, oh, I feel bad at the time. You didn't feel bad at the time. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. There's no remorse in your fucking anywhere on your body at the time. What was on your body was a towel, and that was about it. Probably a bunch of cum and baby oil too. Now that we know your secrets, you dirty ass man. I'm just saying.
God damn, man. Like, ugh. It ain't funny, but I also will say this too. He's got his grown children there listening to, like,
like, what the fuck?
How do you, let's say you're 25, 31 years old or whatever, you're listening to your fucking dad be described as one of the worst human beings ever in history. You know what I mean? By all these fucking victims. You know what I mean? And all this fucking drama and all these enablers and whatnot. You're just like, how do you sit there? You know?
I gotta go. I changed my last name, and
Mm-hmm.
That's it, man. That's fucking it. And then I will say this,
go by a brush.
There's been a lot of mysterious unalivings around him too. Like,
the first one, obviously, we all, Notorious B.I.G. I'm just saying.
Well, there's that. There's his former girlfriend or wife, the one who was a model.
Yeah,
like, I'm just saying, when you're talking about a lot of drugging of people, and you got IVs, and you got all this stuff going on, everything needs to be re-examined, man. I hope, for the family's sake, the truth needs to be told. If that's the case, fully investigate it, but once, twice, multiple times, and he's already this shady. I don't believe he's clean.
Yeah, at some point, it's like, R. Kelly and, what's the other guy's name? Bill Cosby level things. And our current president, like there's you got fucking 35,000 goddamn victims that come forward at any point in time. It's
man.
Yeah, I mean,
hey, if there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah, especially with that many people. Like that's a lot of people that I don't think are conspiring, especially when there's video evidence of these things occurring.
Like they're literally recorded, and you have all of these. At this point, dozens and dozens, maybe even over 100 plus people talking about, "Hey, this happened to me. This happened to me. He did it." Like, what are we doing? And it's amazing. Here's the thing I will say: it's amazing how many people can be bought off to shut the fuck up. Like, because I'm even in that hotel room. You tell me nobody heard or saw it. You know what I mean? Like, regardless of the video.
Yeah. Well, there was one. I was like, I was trying to find a news thing that talked about how I think like CNN lost the original copy or whatever. But there's somebody in the lobby, or basically there's somebody in the hallway that sees this all go down. Like somebody who works for the hotel. Dude was like, "It's not my problem," basically. But I mean, the screaming, the kicking. There's like broken fucking
vases,
artwork and stuff like that. Yeah, like somebody had to see something. But then. Like, I remember that time when J-Lo got wrapped up in some shit, like the shit that happened in the club. Like, she's got to, because I think there's even allegations that came out for J-Lo that she would participate in some of these freak off stuff.
I wouldn't be surprised. But also, I mean, she's a shady ass person anyway. Somebody that's been like proposed to like 5 fucking times and like breaking up with people, like, I'm like, and then she's giving out like advice to women on like what to look for in men. I'm just like.
Here's how I know she is shady and fake as fuck. When she went back to that fucking Bronx bodega and was like, "Yeah, give me a ham and Swiss on a roll with an orange drink and a small chip," and everybody was like, "What the fuck did you order? What do you mean a small chip? What do you mean an orange drink? What kind of drink? Are you talking about orange soda? Like,
is it a Fanta, bitch? I mean, what are you talking about?
Fanta? What do you?" Who orders ham and Swiss on a roll or whatever? Like, what are you actually ordering? That means you've never been to a bodega. That means you're fake as fuck. Like, you don't know how to fucking order a fucking sandwich and some fucking drink. That'd be like me saying, "Yeah, this is my favorite fucking deli. I grew up here and whatnot." And I go over there and I say, "I'll have a fucking corn dog with a small fucking Kool-Aid cup or something." Like,
it's not a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what the fuck are you even talking about? That was wild.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was glad she got fucking roasted for that shit. But yeah, here's the thing. We don't know these celebrities at the end of the fucking day. We really don't. We don't know them. We don't know what they've done to become famous.
I know Rosario Dawson. I'm just saying. Dude, what are you talking about?
You want to know.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't actually know her. I'm she's I think, is she married or engaged to Cory Booker still? I don't fucking know. That's how I know.
I thought they broke up.
Okay, that's how I know I can't trust her, because she was with that dude. So
Yeah, that's true. That's not a good look.
But also call me. I'm just saying. I'm single, so quite lonely. Ma'am, call me. Send me an email, beatthembti@gmail.com.
Hey, Rosie O'Neill is single.
Rosie O'Neill? You talking about Rosie O'Donnell?
Rosie O'Donnell. Sorry,
I mean, she can stay that way. I'm just saying. I'm not her type. She's not my type. So yeah.
Mm-mm. All right. We got anything else? I was gonna wrap it unless.
Hold on. We had let me just look down the list. There was something I think that we missed. That was God damn. We talked about. I think me and Ellen just talked about.
Oh, you know what? Happy late birthday to Rosie Dawson. Her birthday was May 9th.
Yeah, and also happy birthday to Old Ninja, whose birthday is actually literally fucking today.
Oh yeah.
So he turns 1,341.
Yeah,
so
quadruple digits on this motherfucker.
My birthday was actually 2 weeks ago. I was out drinking.
Yeah, we said happy birthday, but you weren't here, so whatever.
Yeah, I couldn't join.
Yeah, I mean you could have. That's a choice you made.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't. I was on a freeway.
Prodigy is literally on a cell phone right now. You used to do videos with you and Old Ninja from a cell phone, like the before and after cast,
Oh yeah, but it was mounted. I couldn't.
There's no mounts exist for a Tesla. For your Swastika car.
What?
Glued on bumper.
Fresh full of excuses.
All right, then I'm gonna wrap it.
Hold on, real quick before we wrap. There will probably not be a podcast next week. I'll be in Colorado for work, and I don't think I'm going to bring my nice mic and all that stuff. Maybe my 45-pound laptop. I don't know, but I don't plan on doing a live stream.
So, Mile High Blurred is getting excited. Are you talking Denver? Or are you talking?
I am close. I'm flying into Denver, so I could probably see. I'll hit him up. Yeah.
Please hit him up. He's real active on Twitter and whatnot, or DMs, whatever. Good guy. I've met him one time in person.
I forgot that he's fucking there. Yeah.
Yeah. Hit up Mile High Blurred.
All right. Yeah, because I'm going to Colorado Springs, but I'm flying into Denver. So, yeah.
All right. Good shit. Okay. Was that it?
Yeah. Just, no podcast next week. Sorry.
No worries. Blue, what you got popping this week?
Oh man! Oh, something big's happening this Saturday. My grandmother used to go by the name of Bebe, and all of her grandkids.
I'm sorry.
I was thinking Bebe's kids, so there's
no. That's so basically that's what it is. So, and this is before. This is actually before. Was it Robin Harris did his skit for Bebe Kids? So we used to refer to us as Bebe Kids. So all of the grandkids refer to as Bebe Kids. So my little brother is putting on basically a kind of a family reunion on Saturday for the Bebe Kids. So all of my family, we're gonna all get together. So that's happening Saturday. I'm looking forward to that because my little man, he gets to meet some of his other side of the family. I mean, he knows my brother and my cousin and stuff like that. He's met them all, but like we get to see like more of that. So that's actually be pretty interesting. If you didn't know, if listeners didn't know, I recently moved, and so unpacking is a bitch. I hate unpacking. I kind of want to go into a little bit of my story about like the whole move, how that went, but I'll save it for the next podcast. But other than that, just continue unpacking, adjusting to the new lifestyle here. My little guy's like really thriving at preschool. Like he's not at like daycare anymore. He's at preschool, so he's like learning stuff. He likes going to school and stuff like that, which is really cool. What else? The city I live in, it's like their 100-year anniversary happening this Saturday too, and the school my son goes to, they basically rented a little train, like a little like road train that all the kids are going to be on. So
a whole train.
A whole train, not a whole.
Probably what I was talking about. Yeah.
But yeah, so he might participate in that. We're still trying to decide. But yeah, other than that, I really need to catch up on shows. I'm so behind on every fucking thing. Fucking The Last of Us, fucking Andor.
Start with episode 6, apparently, of Andor. Don't watch it.
Do the whole lead up. It's like saying don't appreciate my slow stroke before my fast stroke. Just saying appreciate them both. All right, it's a lead up.
Shout out to all the gingers that are all black now. That's fucking cool. That's happening right now. Oh, sorry, I said it with the hard R. I gotta say with the A. So my gingers out there. Welcome to the community. Make sure that you don't bring any food to the cookout. You gotta wait a couple of years. That's it for me.
All right, Cronus, what you got?
I'm just, trying to do something with single life at this point. I'm not enjoying it, so I'm just doing whatever with it. I'm looking forward to my trip to Colorado, sort of. It's gonna be weird for me because I haven't been to an actual office in like 6 fucking years.
God damn.
Which is weird. But there's one guy I'm looking forward to hanging out with because we were both Marines. I didn't know him in the Marine Corps, but we both work at the same job, and I look forward to seeing him. And I want to, I'm going to roll somewhere in jiu-jitsu out there. I got to figure out where to roll at. But it'd be cool to do the corporate thing again because I'm very solo. I'm not very sociable. I think that's another problem is that I don't get out enough. So this is part of me sort of getting out, forced to. Other than that, I need a vacation after this, after my corporate trip. So I'm going to work like, if y'all didn't know, I only work 4 days a week normally. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to basically have to work 6 days a week 6 days next week, and then I have to work on Memorial Day. Is it Memorial Day? That's like in 2 weeks, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, I need to take some time off and like just fucking chill and figure out something to do. I think I'm gonna start playing pickleball. So,
dude, this court by my house, literally, there is not an hour of the day that those courts aren't packed.
Do they got some single ladies there? I'm just saying.
They fucking could, man. I don't know.
Does Rosario or Dawson play pickleball? That's what I want to know.
We're gonna invite her. I'm gonna slide into her DMs for you. Don't worry, I got it.
Just saying. Anyway.
Playing pickleball. I'm looking at it right now. She probably wants to. I mean, she's probably playing with her man pickle.
Oh god,
but that's not me, so it doesn't even matter. Like she's wasting her life right now. I'm just saying. I'm the one.
Actually, AI just said yes. Rosario Dawson has been publicly playing pickleball. So yeah.
See, I'm just one step closer.
Yeah.
That's all I got. My dreams.
Good shit.
That's what in his podcast episode. Does Rosario Dawson play pickleball? So she could see it.
Yeah, then she should find me. All right, I'm just saying.
There you go. I am going to certainly watch some Last of Us this weekend.
And Andor. Finish it up.
I'll give you one more episode. What was I going to say? I need to find some time to carve in some goddamn Doom. I haven't picked it up yet, but I'm really looking forward to that one.
Because you can't.
Yeah.
Until tomorrow.
Yeah, you said tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, like, a couple hours tomorrow or end of day tomorrow?
It should be, like, at the latest 5 p.m. Our time, but it should be earlier than that, so.
All right. Well, we're on the cusp of Doom being launched, so another Doom. So that shit's fucking great. That's pretty much the fucking it. And then, of course, my goddamn Warriors are out of the playoffs. Womp. But it is what it is. Take us out, Blue.
Oh shit, I'm on the spot. You have just listened to the dankest podcast on the internet, Blacker Than Black times Infinity. Fuck, how's it go? Blacker Than Black times Infinity. You can find us on the interweb at BTMBTI. You can find us on Apple Podcasts at Blacker Than Black times Infinity. Check out our webpage at Benhab Production.
benhabproductions.squarespace.com.
/BTI?
Sure.
Okay, there you go.
Why not?
Yeah, there you go. Just Google BTI. You might find the Def Clock song on there, but hey,
it's a great song.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Duncan Hill's coffee jingle. Just saying. Yeah, great song.
But yeah, you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at BTI, and just Google. You'll find us. We'll be there. We record every week on Wednesday at 8:30ish CP time. Definitely join our podcast so you can jump into the chat, and sometimes we interact with our guest that's in there. But other than that, we out here.
Peace.
Oh, I gotta press buttons. Should have brought it up before. Okay, there we go. Yep. Doodle-doo.
Yet many questions remain unanswered.